Hey guys, Mariners post game for game number 71. The Mariners finish off the sweep of the Oakland Athletics 2-1. I don't have a lot of time. This video is probably gonna be my quickest yet. I'm actually on my way out right now. But I had to make a video after that game. That was just absolutely ridiculous. The Mariners have had some weird wins. They've had some weird losses. This is up there in the top 5 or 10 that I've seen in terms of weirdness. I don't even know where to begin. The Mariners win it 2-1. They complete the sweep of the A's, improve to 32-39. Everything aside, the most important in this game is please let Ty France be okay. He got hit on the elbow, shoulder, something on a play at first. Sheldon Noisy hit him, or running down the baseline. It wasn't intentional or anything. Hit him. It was a bit of a bad throw by Toro. He was down on the ground. I just hope he's okay, because if Ty France is out, I mean, for an extended period of time, I don't know what this team's going to do. I don't know if Evan White, I know he's on a rehab assignment. I don't know if he's ready to go. Like, you're Kevin Padlow. I mean, you know, God bless him. He had a double yesterday and a big walk in the 9th, but I don't know what they have outside of Ty France. So, honestly, that was going to be my point of my video regardless. That's the most important thing the Mariners really need to worry about right now. But the win does heal pain, I think, for fans, certainly, at least a little bit. So, they do get the win. I mean, the story of this game was going to be the Frankie Montas no-hitter. I talked about it yesterday in my post-game. You know, Montas is so good. I mean, I was kind of going to say, like, you can't be too up in arms. I mean, you don't expect to get no hit ever, but Montas is really good. Your hope is that when you play the A's, you avoid him in the rotation. The Mariners didn't. He was out on the hill today, and he was phenomenal. I mean, again, that's, you know, the 2010 Mariners won 2 out of 3 in New York against the Yankees once because they had Felix Hernandez and Cliff Lee going back-to-back. You know, good pitchers can cover up a lot of bad in the rest of the team, especially a starting pitcher for sure. Again, I'm going to get to what happened in the 9th. Feels like so long ago that Robbie Ray gave them 6 outstanding innings, mixing in that 2-seamer yet again. His 3rd straight really good start. 21st consecutive start for the Mariners where their starters allowed 3 runs or less. And it was going to be kind of upsetting because had they not pulled it out in the 9th, they would have been 10-11 in those games. But now they're 11-10, and that just feels better. Getting on to the 9th inning, obviously Frankie Montas, fantastic. No-hitter through 7 2/3. He was throwing 99 still in the 8th. He is so good. He is going to make somebody very happy here if he is traded. I assume he's going to be. But he's going to be a real good workhorse pitcher for a contender here down the stretch. But yeah, he was really good. Adam Frazier had a hit. Then Luis Torrens followed with a hit. And a nice battle by J.P. Crawford. He didn't get a hit or get on base, but he probably forced Montas out of the game. He thinks he's at 100 304 pitchers. It forced Oakland to go to the bullpen in the 9th. Their closer, Danny Jimenez, is hurt, so they had to go to Zach Jackson, who's got good stuff, but he walks a lot of guys, and he's a 2-pitch pitcher pretty much. So if he's not locating one, you can sit dead red on another. And truth, the Mariners didn't hit him. The Mariners had no hits in their 9th inning where they scored 2 runs. A leadoff walk by Dylan Moore. Julio popped up, thought it might drop in for a second. And then Jesse Winker walked, his 2nd walk today. Hey, in a game when you only have 2 hits, 2 singles, and a few walks, that's a good game. Nice job by Winker. Suarez struck out. I was okay with Suarez's bat. I saw it getting ripped a little bit on Twitter. Gino is a guess hitter. Like, he's up there sitting dead red for something. And with Jackson not having the command, he sat on a few fastball counts. And to Jackson's credit, he did not give Gino a fastball. No, I don't think he did. I mean, he might have somewhere in that bat, but the pitches for strike 2 and strike 3, I believe, were off-speed pitches. So I don't blame him. Like, that's the hope there, that you get a couple guys on and Gino runs into one, and boom, you're up 3-1. So I don't blame him there. And the pitches were strikes. He missed them. I mean, I'm upset that Gino struck out. That's not a good result. But I didn't think his approach was poor in that 9th. I mean, he's trying to get those runs in there, especially with, you know, on deck you've got, you know, Trammell and Toro. Like, you're hoping probably that Gino's the guy that can get it done there. Mark Kotze went to his bullpen. I think rightfully so, honestly. I think you'd rather have A.J. Puck versus Kevin Padlow than you would Zach Jackson versus Taylor Trammell, or Puck against Trammell. I made a point on Twitter that I would have had Trammell take that at bat. This is the reason well, there's many, many reasons I'm not a manager in baseball, but that you can just add that to the list. Scott Service had Kevin Padlow pinch hit. Still not sure if it's necessarily the greatest move, but I think Trammell would have had a really hard time with AJ Puck. He's been a really tough lefty this year. So Kevin Padlow comes up. He walks, I think, on 4 or 5 pitches. And then Toro comes up with the bases loaded. And Puck uncorks on a wild pitch. Dylan Moore scores 1-1. And then ball 4 to Toro got away as well. And Jesse Winker scored. And 2-1, bottom of the 9th, Paul Sewald comes on and shuts the door on the A's. A pretty ridiculous strike 3 call on Seth Brown that Sewald got from the ump. That, yeah, that was ball 3. That should have been a 3-2 count. Even Luis Torrens behind the plate was getting ready to just throw back to Sewald. And the ump's like, oh, nope, strike 3. You know, we'll take it. It's a win. You know, who knows? I think the Mariners would have won that game anyways. But, yeah, definitely Seth Brown was mad, and he had a right to be. That was a bad call. Another bad call that I'm going to talk about, then I'm going to get out of here, is there was, I believe, what ended up being ball 3 to Sheldon Noisy in the at-bat where he grounded to Toro, then ended up getting Ty France hurt. I believe it was ball 3, should have been strike 3, or ball 2. The 5th, I think it was the 5th pitch of that bat was right there. Torrens was setting up, not in that location, so I can understand where an ump might get a little confused. Sometimes that's what happens too. A pitch will be in the strike zone, but it's so far from where the catcher set up that the ump doesn't see it. But yeah, that was a strike, and had that been called a strike, Ty France doesn't get hurt. Now, listen, the ump, that's not at all the ump's fault. Injuries happen. I'm not trying to, I don't play those games. I don't accuse other people of doing things like that, but it's just a shame that a missed call is what kind of possibly led to Ty France getting hurt. It sucks. You know, that's really what I'm trying to say. It's not the fault. The ump didn't miss a call intentionally so that Ty France could get hurt. That's not what anybody's doing out here. So, and we can throw name calling on the ump away. That's not right. But certainly sucks that happened like that when Robbie Ray should have just been out of that inning. So, you know, more fuel for the robot umpire crowd. I don't know. Like, I kind of like the human element sometimes, but you know, then stuff like this happens, and it's just, oh, God. I hope Ty France okay. I haven't seen if there's any updates. I'm sure we'll hear from Scott after the game, so fingers crossed that Ty's okay. Because if Ty's okay, what a fun series that was for the Mariners. A sweep of Oakland. They improved to 32-39. They head out to Anaheim tomorrow night. Chris Flexen versus Patrick Sandoval. Or no. Michael Lorenzen tomorrow, Sandoval and Logan Gilbert Saturday. Marco goes Sunday. I think it's still yet to be announced who pitches for the Angels on Sunday. Whew, that was a weird game. The Mariners do win it 2-1. I'm not going to go over the box score. Adam Frazier had a hit. Luis Torrens had a hit. Winker walked a couple times. Dylan Moore walked. Trammell walked early on. Montas was outstanding. You know, I was ready to say, hey, that's a game that it happens. You know, sometimes aces are aces and they beat you. But the Mariners catch some bad breaks, unfortunately, with Ty France, and then some good breaks in the 9th with the A's. Boy, if there's I petition a team that's maybe intentionally losing games, you got to wonder with the A's a little bit. In that 9th inning, that was something else. But the Mariners do win it 2-1. I'll be back tomorrow with a post-game video for Game 72, I believe. So yeah, once again, 2-1 the final. Mariners improved to 32-39. I will see you guys later. Please like, comment, please subscribe. I hope you guys are enjoying these just little videos I have talking Mariners and getting my thoughts out there. So please like, comment, subscribe. As always, or I will see you guys tomorrow. And as always, go M's.